welcome back to the colouring zone. My name's Helena. So I'm going to insert this here because this is actually going to be part 4. I didn't realise when I was filming that it was actually quite so long, so I've had to knit all of them together and then realised that it was like over 50 minutes. So yeah, so this is part 4. This is the final instalment. So I'll see you soon. I've also bought a few things from Etsy as well this month. So yeah. Now, there's a bit of an elephant in the room, isn't there? Like, so anyway, yeah. So I'm very much aware of the video that lots of people are talking about haul videos specifically. Now, I did watch the video when it was first posted. I am subscribed to the channel, and yeah, so, and it was about, about haul videos, and I'm not going to go into massive detail, but I mean, I can really understand why people are quite offended by it. So I am very, very much new to the colouring community, and I have felt very, very welcome. And, yeah, so there's a lot of things that the lady spoke about which I didn't agree with, and there were some points that, I could understand sort of where she was coming from, but I mean, yeah, it's a real difficult one, I really don't think that she intended, I don't think she was fully aware of how it might come across. Yeah, I mean, in real life, people just say things, don't they? And, you've got someone that that can sort of keep you in line a little bit. Like, they might be like, what are you talking about? But when you're making content and you're putting it out there, and it's sort of, yeah, it's you're not getting like lots of different perspectives on it before you post it. So, but yeah, so, I mean, I'm not going to, I'm still going to watch her videos, but, yeah, I just thought I'd mention it because I know that, quite a few people are speaking about it, and aren't very happy. And I think, these haul videos, I in no way think that people are competing with one another. I think, it is really, really easy to get carried away when you're, when you are creating YouTube videos. You are aware that, people do enjoy watching the haul videos, but it's also something that I personally really enjoy filming. Don't get me wrong, the links, I do not enjoy that. Getting all the links and putting them in the description, oh my god, it takes ages. I really do not enjoy that, but I really enjoy watching haul videos. But when I know that I'm quite tight on money, then I tend to avoid haul videos just because I know that sometimes that will be an influence. But, I think people can spend their money on what they feel, they want to, and it is completely up to them. And I don't feel like anyone should have to justify why they're purchasing something. I mean, it really is, it's personal choice. And I wouldn't want anyone to think that I'm, I wouldn't want anyone to think that I'm, really forcing someone to purchase something. I mean, I say my opinion. This is a hobby. This, me doing colouring, but also me creating videos is also a hobby. And of course, everyone's got their personal preferences. So something that I really, really like, you might think is absolutely pants. And I'm just very sort of aware of that. I mean, there's certain things on people's channels, of course, you know, there are things. So for example, I think it was Colouring with Kay. I think it was anyway, Colouring with Kay, you know, the Circle of Life book. If something's new and then it's actually really, really popular, then, you know, it is going to be on lots of people's channels, understandably. So yeah, that's just the way it is, isn't it? And I think it's great that we can, you know, we can share our share what we're enjoying using, or something new that we've got. Because I would not have heard of that Circle of Life book if it hadn't have been for Kay. There's just no way. I mean, it was, you know, she wasn't very, I suppose she wasn't really very established, that illustrator. So I'm just sort of switching them up, really. These sort of quite autumny colours, aren't they, really? I didn't really think of that, but they are. Just going to fill in a few bits. Oh yeah, there's this down here as well, isn't there? So yeah, I just hope that you know, I just really hope that no one changes, you know, what they're doing on their channels because of this, because of the video that I'm referring to. I personally have made a choice now, because before I was very much a collector, and I wasn't colouring in so many of my books before I started YouTube, and now I've realised that actually I really don't want to do that. And that's just because it's not because I see it as necessarily wasteful, because I know that some people really enjoy flicking through their colouring books and not actually colouring in any page in a book, and they're like, you know, it is like a collection, which I completely get. I really do. I just have a very small house, and yeah, I just can't do that. And also, really, I just feel like, it sounds really silly, but I just want all my colouring books to feel loved, basically. So any ones that I'm not colouring in or don't use, then yeah, I want to pass them along. And actually, I don't know anyone that does colouring regularly. So apart from my niece, who's only 7, so, you know, yeah, I send them. Well, so before I've sent them to Jem from Colour Cave. And she's put them on her website, which is great. And I think actually I will get in touch with Jem really, really soon, because there are quite a few books that I would really like to send to her. And there's also colouring supplies that I would like to send to her as well. So yeah, so I am going to be doing a bit of and I will, do you know what? I will actually do a video on that, because although they're not bad products in any way, shape or form, they're just not being used because I've got other products that are similar to them. So, you know, I've only got so many hours in a day, or so many days that I can even like sit down and actually colour. So it's just being sort of like being realistic with myself and thinking, right, like, you know, I want these things to be moved on. I'm just trying to think what to do. So these look like rainbows and flowers. Do you know what? I'm not going to overcomplicate it. I'm going to get a darker colour, I think. And seem to be... There doesn't seem to be very many dark browns in this set. So I've got this one here, which is Burnt Umber, which has never been used. It is from the 120 set. So yeah, look out for that video. Hopefully it will come out in the next few weeks. And, you know, so I'll just be showing which books that I have not used and which ones that I'm wanting to move along. And yeah, so I just think it's absolutely great what Gem's doing with her like cave stash shop and used products, because to be honest, quite a few of them, like there's books and stuff that are really not used at all. And the thing is with colouring actually is, so prime example, Lulu Mayo's books, I absolutely love them, but when they first came out and they were on lots of different people's channels, I couldn't, it didn't appeal to me whatsoever. And I think it might have been colouring with Kay that I saw like pages and stuff from hers, and I thought actually I saw it really, really cheap, one of her books. I can't remember which book I got first, but I just absolutely adore them. And I think sometimes with books and things, particularly with books, sometimes you will watch a video and you'll see it and you think on someone else's channel and you think, oh no, that wouldn't interest me. But actually, if you see it in a shop and you sit down and look at it, you might really, really like it. And just because you buy a book, whether you're influenced by someone or not, I found that, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to love it and colour every single picture in it. Or it might be that you think, oh yeah, I'll do a few pictures in it. But it turns out these Lulu Mayo books, like I'm sure one day I'll complete one of them because I am doing a lot of pictures from them. So yeah, I just never really think you know until your style might change, or, you know, or yeah. I just think there's like lots of different factors involved really with colouring books. It's not yeah, I think I've sort of said what I've wanted to say-ish. I hope that makes sense, guys. I don't know, I feel like I'm babbling a little bit. Yeah, I just can't believe how much I love these books. Like, I really genuinely thought, oh no, I really wouldn't like that. That's not my sort of cup of tea. And even Disney books as well. I didn't think that I would like Disney books either. And I think I'm a bit intimidated by the Disney books, so I must say, just because I know that obviously there are particular colours, aren't there, that are used. So you do sort of have to match them to the characters. But there's a page that I'm really, really wanting to do, which is a picture of, you know, the film Up, and it's him and it's the old man and his wife when they were when they were children. So I would really, really like to colour that one. And I was looking up some photos, reference images, so then I can use the colours. I suppose it doesn't have to be exact, and it's just sort of giving the impression of roundabout colours that are used. But I absolutely love that film. Love it. A few years ago, I made my husband a scrapbook, and it's got all of the like pictures of things that we've done and places we've been. But the front cover, I got the idea from Pinterest, I think, and it's just like loads and loads of buttons all stuck on in a balloon shape, and then like a little house. And he really, really loved it, and I was really surprised. My family were like really quite amazed by the scrapbook that I made him. Yeah, so I've still got it. I might show it actually on the channel. If anyone's interested, please let me know. I'm happy to share it. I mean, it is quite personal, but you know, I do feel quite comfortable in speaking about things on here, and you guys are all so lovely. So yeah, I'm happy to share it. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go around these in the dark colour and then fade them out. I just don't want it to be too I just want her to be the focal point, really, so I don't want to detract too much. And a bit here. Yeah, I think my son is definitely asleep and out for the count, bless him. Right, so don't know, hopefully it will grow on me, guys. I'm not sure how I feel about the sales. We'll go with it anyway. So this is the burnt umber, and what I'm going to do is just sort of make it darker on the edges. Yeah, you are restricted with these books because of the paper. I mean, you know, it's understandable. They are, I mean, I've paid £3 for £3 each for all of them. So, you know, it is very, very reasonable. And there are some beautiful images, but paper, the pencils, I tried Holbein's actually on them just to see if they work a bit easier. I don't know, I think it is just the paper, like there's not much tooth to it, so if you change your mind, it's you can't really, like, it's a bit unforgiving in that respect. Like if you change your mind, you can't really go and correct it, I don't think. Yeah, so anyway, do you know what I'm thinking? Actually, I might try, I've just got these handy. So this is the Prismacolors and these are the French greys. I might try that. Would that work? Sort of working, isn't it? Yeah, obviously Prismacolors I have used on here as well. I think the best ones so far are probably the Black Widows. I've been really meaning to sort them out since I got the Monarch set. I've just not sorted them out in a case. So and I think it makes me a bit more reluctant to actually use them because I know that they're not in a particular order and that I need to sort them out, and I'm just like, basically I'm just being lazy, if I'm honest. See, this is the burnt umber. It's just not very dark. I mean, yeah, not very dark at all. Right, now the little cat. These are all very, very close together. This is elephant grey, space grey and steel grey. I don't know whether I'm going to use these guys, to be honest. Let's just see how it goes. Maybe he could be like a white cat. And then he's just got some greys for like shadows and things. I'm just making it up as I go along. No rhyme or reason, to be honest. I can just do his eyes, actually. This is rust orange. I love the names of some of the Artezas. Right, I think that looks all right. Do you know what I've noticed? I've got like a little mark here. I don't know what that is. The other thing that I have noticed, actually, so this is my second copy of this book, and I was thinking, oh god, I've got something on there. It must have like seeped through, but obviously this is the only page that I've been working on in here, and it's actually the glue of the binding of the book, which is such a shame. So this page will be well, I mean, I suppose I could do it, but I'd be missing that part off because there's no, it's quite thick. I don't know whether you're going to be able to see that, to be honest. You can see it or not. So, I mean, we've gone quite far actually. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to decide on what I'm going to do for the background. Alright guys, I am back. It's actually the following day. My phone was dying and about to die, and I only realised that I thought, no, I'm going to stop, try and charge it, and yeah, it just didn't happen yesterday. So we will finish this off today. So it's now in the evening, so the lighting is it's a bit off, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint obviously on camera, and then once it's all dry and stuff, I will insert a picture at the end of the video so then you can see it, so in better lighting. I've just got, so I bought, this was actually on one of my haul videos, so I will link it. So this is like, so it's like an ink mat of some sort, but you can actually use it for paint as well. So I am just going to put some of this paint. So what I'm using is the Arteza Playful Pink, so it's just this one. I just thought it would give it a nice sheen and add something like a little bit extra, so I'm just going to paint away. I should have really made sure that there wasn't anything on the actual page before I started doing this, but you live and learn. So the stars, I'm not sure whether I'm going to be able to go over them once this paint is on, because it's like an iridescent, so it's quite glossy. But we'll see. So I did add another layer of the Sakura glaze because I realised there was some bits that I had missed. Obviously, depending on the light, you can, if you pick up the book, then you actually can see it better. But on camera, I try not to do that. So I have gone over with another layer. Oops. You might be able to hear my son. His daddy's just about to give him a bath. He's actually got a cold, bless him. It's like come out of nowhere. Yeah, he's just today, he's just, yeah, seems really snuffly, and it's a bit more, he's wanting more cuddles than usual. So he's obviously not feeling very good, bless him. So it's not really, I don't know whether you're going to be able to see that on camera. I can definitely see it, but there is a little mark there, which is probably food, if I'm honest. Probably my son's food. Sometimes I leave my book out to like dry and stuff, and then I forget to close it, and his high chair's like really, really close by to where the book is normally sat, so it is inevitable, isn't it, if I don't close it. But anyway, I don't know whether you're even going to pick this up on camera. So this is the Artful paintbrush, so it's a round 5. I really, really like these paintbrushes, like they're my go-to. Obviously, you know, if I'm sat on the sofa, I tend to use the water brushes just because it makes it easier. But so the thing behind, the clear thing that you can see is like an office binder. They're like clear ones that you can, so I think it's like as a cover. I will link it in the description if anyone's interested. So I don't know whether you're going to be able to see that. I mean, it is really, really quite subtle. And obviously it's warped the page a little bit, but I'm hoping that it will go quite nice and flat. I'm not sure whether I am going to add another coat. Obviously I need to wait for that to dry. I got the paint right though, look. I did use all of it, which is quite good. Do you know what? I think I'm actually going to do the stars in like a dark purple. So the ones on the actual drawing illustration itself, I can do them. And I'm going to need to wait for the background to dry. So these paints I got from They're called Arteza paints, and they're handmade watercolours. So I just got like little, this is a dot card, so this one here is called Sugar Plum. So I am going to use this one. I'm going to need to put a bit of water on there. But it is, I've used it on another page and it is so beautiful. I'm really quite happy with it. So I'll just wait for that to activate. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them, I think, over the starfishes. And then the rest of it maybe can be white. Oh, I put my finger in it. While we're here though, what I could do is just actually use a Posca. So this is the white Posca and this is in a 5M. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add these things. I love white dots. Just adds a little bit extra, doesn't it? Right, I think that's probably, so this brush here is a Royal and Langnickel, and it's a 10/0. I don't know what that means. It's a very small one. It's a detailed one. I'll link it in the description below. So I'm just going to use this Sugar Plum on the little stars, and then hopefully the background will be dry. Because it is acrylic, it does dry quite quickly. So see how, yeah, it's already dry actually. I might need a couple of coats of this. Have I got a piece of paper? Not a bit of tissue. I'm not very prepared, am I, guys? Yeah, it really, really, really sparkles. So yeah, on my upcoming, I've got quite a few watercolour paints that I've added to my collection. Well, they're like little dot cards, and then these ones are, I think they're pretty much like maybe ones that the pans, she only maybe had like, so the lady that makes them, when they've filled the pan, it's only like half full, and then it's like, well, what do they do with those sorts of ones? Like, so I think she sold them on. So if I show you, so like for example, like this one, obviously I didn't pay full price for these, and I've got quite a few of them. If I just quickly show you a bit of sneak peek, this is what they look like. And yeah, so I suppose she just sells them on. So yeah, I only paid, I think it was £10, and I did check actually, because I'm currently doing my trying to get all the links and stuff in order for my haul video, and I don't think they're actually available now, so she's probably sold all of them. But it was like a mystery grab bag. I've not seen them anywhere else, but maybe other sellers do that as well. I'm not sure. Do you know what? I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try it, see if it works. Right, what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm just going to move it round. I'm sorry, it's just otherwise it's going to be really, really difficult for me to get the right angle. But yeah, I'd say this is definitely my favourite colour. So they're called Arteza paints, and it's a seller on Etsy. I've not heard of them before. I just stumbled across it. At least I think I did. I'm sure I did. I just stumbled across it. I don't think I've seen it on anyone else's channel. No. Yeah, I've used it on oh, something fell off. What was it? Oh, it's a distress ink detailer thing. Yeah, so I've been using this particular colour on a page from Seasons by Hannah Carlson. So you'll see that in my completed pages. Right, so I might just add some dots down here, I think. Actually, there are some there. Right, I'm quite happy with that. Ah, I know what I was going to do. I might just add some to these little flowers. Just because I did leave those blank because I wasn't sure what to do with them. So yeah, right, I will wait until it is dry and then I'll take a picture and I'll insert it here for you. But there we go. So I hope you can see the sheen. This was such a fun page to do. I'm just really sorry, guys, that it's taken so long to get all the parts out to you. I do apologise for that, but we've got there in the end. I will link all the products that I've used in the description below, and thank you very much for watching, guys. Please like this video if you enjoyed it. Please comment, consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I shall see you in the next one. Thanks, guys. Bye.